have you been in certain situations where some of the networking sites or some of the networking communities, they approach you and say, hey, you join us in our community and we will open up so many business opportunities for you. Sometimes we get some clients and they come up to us and they say that, hey, you do best for us for this project and we will open our networks for you, we will open our referrals for you. And the worst case out of all these things is when you decide to buy a database for your company which might not actually fit for your company. Now, these situations are very common, and getting a perfect database for your small business so that that database leads to creation of leads, converting them to prospects, changing them to customers and serving the customers well and making them the loyal customers for your company. So if you want to complete this circle, then you need to have the right database. And today's video is on how you can create good database for your small business. Hi. I am Saakshi Choithani. I'm a business coach for solo entrepreneurs and I help small business owners to create fundamentals for your business that helps you grow your business in a long run. And not only that, it affects your predictability of the business that leads to long-term revenue generation in your business and it leads to growth in sales. If you are someone who wants to build a strong database for your business that serves your business and helps you to grow it, then this video is for you. And before we move ahead, if you liked the topic of conversation for this video, then do hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel for further updates. So let's jump on to today's topic. And when we talk about today's topic, we know that database is a critical thing for any of the business. And the worst thing is that small businesses don't tend to maintain a database. They feel that their WhatsApp contacts or their Instagram contacts, their Facebook followers are their database. Whereas the hard reality is that these channels are only channels that are helping you to get new customers in. But after that, how you proceed with the cycle ahead is actually what you should focus on as a business owner. Because if you are able to grab your hands to make this cycle better, the better you will be able to serve customers and your customers will turn into loyal customers. So let's jump on to what's the very first basic system to start building a database for your company. Now, when you want to build a database for your small business, it's important that you start with the very basics, that is having a system for lead collection. We call the system as lead generation mechanism, which means that you should be able to generate leads based on what products you are being able to give to your customers. That is, what products or services you give to your customers. So now think about it. What are the different products or services that you can give to your customer, and take a very small chunk from that product or service and offer it for free to the people. Let it be downloading an ebook, let it be a free consultation, let it be a free analysis, let it be anything that you can offer that is very small chunk of your major service. Let it be a free tasting service. If it's an exhibition or it's an on store, let it go as a free tasting thing. If you are dealing with food items, let it go as a free gift one with another, so that people take the taste of another product of yours or another service of yours. So when you are having a mechanism that helps you to generate leads through such things which are technically known as lead magnets for a business, and you start to attract those customers who are really interested in your business. Now, when you are actually attracting people who are really interested in your business, this becomes the best part, because then you have the people who actually want to do business with you, whether it be now or be in future, but they are interested in these kinds of products and services. And this gives you a plus point on maintaining a good database. Now, let's move on to the second thing, that is, once you have received these leads in your system, how you're going to manage them. Now, when you want to manage, you have to actually bifurcate these leads based on the type of profile that they fit in. What is their location, what's their professional and personal backgrounds, what are their requirements, what are their expectations, to what financial background they belong, so that you can decide on your prices accordingly, so that you can offer the taste accordingly, so that you can provide the best product or service that you can to your customer before even introducing them to your product or service. So that's very important, because when you have a knowledge of geographical locations or their professional and personal backgrounds, you can actually really work on how you can pitch them for their product and services, because you exactly know what are their pain points. So focus on their pain points and segregate them on the basis of their pain points or locations or professional and personal background. So this is how you do lead management, that is actually lead segmentation. So you divide them into various groups and work on those groups individually rather than working on them together. When you work individually, your focus is more on converting those leads to prospects. So now your leads are basically converted into prospects. And when you feel that some of them, they might really not be interested, they must have filled the form by mistake, or they must have just tasted but they are least interested, so you can just filter out those leads, leave them, and work only with the prospects. So this also becomes a filtration mechanism, where you know that maximum people who are liking your product or service are from a particular professional or personal background. That means you need to focus only on these kind of people, because ultimately they will be buying it. So you don't need to focus on the other kind of people. So now let's come to the third point, that is the lead conversion system. That is how you convert them, or what is your sales process. So that's very interesting, because every company has a different kind of sales process. Basically, most of the businesses have a sales process where they are talking less but selling more. So here I would just like to point out that if you are doing this, then you will not be able to get long-term sales from people, because every other person will have the first thought about your company as ye to mujhe bechne aaya hai. That kind of a feeling starts coming in. And if you want to stop that kind of a feeling in your customer's head, then you need to understand as to how to pitch the people, or probe the people rather than pitching them. Now, when I talk about probe and pitch methods, it's actually a little bit of old traditional methods where people used to pitch with their sales idea, or with their presentations, or with the kind of products or services that they have to offer. But today, when the people are already aware about the different kinds of products and services available in the market, due to people being internet savvy, this is now the right time where you start actually probing your customers instead of pitching them. So first you ask them what are their needs. Based on that, you tell them the best fit product or service that you can provide to them. If you cannot provide products and services to them, I've told this many times and I'm repeating it again, that you can say a clear no if your product or service is not actually fitting their demands or their requirements, so that they remember you not for offering services but for saying no. So this is how you get some kind of good reference also, because they remember you for the truth that you have said, and they wish to work with you in future sometime if they have this particular kind of requirement that you serve. Want to learn more about the probe mechanism, then this is something that is mentioned in my book Solo Entrepreneurship Decoded, available on Amazon. The ebook is priced just at 99 rupees, so just go grab your copy if you want to really learn the difference between the pitch and probe methods for sales. Coming to the fourth point, and that is how do you manage your customers, that is having a customer management system. Now when we talk about customer management, there are a few cycles that are required, how your customers are served when they enter your store or when they are introduced to your brand, to selling, to after sales. There are three processes in customer management system. Number one is a pre-sales process. That means how do you take care of your customer when you have actually not sold the product or the service to them. Then the second one comes is how do you provide the service on spot when they are asking for your product or service. And the third thing is what kind of services do you provide as an after sales support system for your customers. So this is how you actually manage your customers better. So you need to fix all these three areas to actually get better feedbacks from your customers, to feel them satisfied for the money that they have given you and to add value to their lives and to their systems. So once you try entering this kind of a mechanism and once you try designing these mechanisms for your business, it will help you to build a strong database, because then you know which customer is satisfied, who's not satisfied, what are the different kinds of feedbacks that you have got, so that you can innovate your new product or service accordingly, or you can rectify your existing products and services based on the feedbacks that you have got. So customer management cycle is also a very important cycle, and it helps you to make a fine database for your company, because it gets you a hold of the kind of customers that you are having, and any kind of new product or service that you bring in future, you can actually pitch into these customers, because they can again become your customers and you can actually do reselling for them in a different manner. Now, let's jump on to the fifth and the most important point of maintaining a database, that is, how do you tap on the potential of your customers and how do you ensure that these customers become your loyal customers. So while feedback and after sales process is a part of customer management, but when you're coming to the last part of database management, that is basically talking about who can become your next customer again. That means who can be that customer with whom you can do reselling and provide new kinds of services or products, or provide the same products and services back again if you have such a kind of system with your small business. So if you talk about a product-based industry, if a person has bought your product, then there are a very huge chances that they might buy it again. So how do you ensure that they buy again? So you will have to do certain kind of activities with them that are basically the post-sale activities that you do only with your loyal customers. So you offer them some good offers that are only given to your loyal customers who have bought a product earlier, or you give them certain amenities or services which are only given to your customers but not to the leads. So this is how you differentiate between leads and customers, because leads can get certain discount offers on the spot, but if you're talking about customers, they need to be paid for their loyalty that they are showing towards your brand or towards your business. So if they are loyal towards your brand or business, you need to give them rewards in the form of customer services, or that they feel valued of the participation that they are taking for your business. Although you have sold a product or service to a customer, you also need to see as to how you can actually help them take better decision also the next time, so that they remember you. While some of the products are perishable and they are used at the moment, like cakes, cookies, so these all are consumable items and a person would only require them maybe 10, 15, 20 or a month, days later. But then there are certain services also where the customer might come back to you only after 6 months or a year. So now you need to identify and you need to fix some activities so that you keep on reminding your customers that you are there. Hey, we are there. Hey, we are there. So that's the call out you need to give your customers again and again, so that they remember your name the next time they need to place their order for a product or service. So that's how you create a database and you ensure that every lead that is coming for your business is documented. So that's the bonus tip for today. That is, what you need to do is you actually need to document whatever you are doing. Whatever leads are coming, how they are converting to prospects, what are the different channels from they are coming, how those prospects are converted to your customers, how the products has been sold, whether it has been sold offline or has it been sold online. So you need to do all these different kinds of bifurcations so that you have a dashboard for your business which shows your sales. And if you want to create this dashboard and if you want to learn more on how actually these small systems can be beneficial for your business, then do not forget to click down the link given below in the description box to book your business clarity call, because that's where we design a path for your business to move ahead. And you and me can come together on a one-on-one call where we discuss on how your business can do better in future. So I'll see you inside the room and I'll wait for you to take actions. Don't wait, but take actions, because taking actions can make you and your business successful. Signing off for this video. I'll see you in another video.